Hello. Okay, so this was actually posted on uh well, this is gonna be posted. I mean, this is gonna be posted at the same time. No, same day it was recorded because I had been running a lot of errands lately. I'm fixing shit around the house, we're moving shit around, all that type of bullshit. But anyway, I wanted to react to this since it recently came out. I was like, oh my god, the Shoe0nHead video, like that's actually new. That's on my channel. I'm like, wow, it's a fucking miracle. So like I already started, because when I started like her most recent video was like a month ago. It's not that relevant anymore. I'd say it still is. Just not as like strong in the upstart, right? Okay, let's get reacting to this, right? Okay.
Oh, I didn't see you there. What am I reading, you ask? Well,
Hi.
just one of the best-selling books on Amazon right now. With millions of sales and almost
What?
20,000 five-star reviews, this book has been absolutely blowing up, especially
Okay.
on TikTok, or Book Talk, as the kids call
God,
it. Thousands
I
and thousands.
don't even. I've heard of book talk, but I heard it's on some like Gooner shit or whatever. Also, if you hear like a metallic like cup, like I'm just drinking some orange juice, bro.
Of women in particular have been raving about this piece of literature. What piece of literature is it, you may ask? Well, Morning Glory Milking Farm, of course.
What the
A
fuck?
popular romance novel about a young woman
Okay,
down
no, I've heard of this. I've heard of the lady like explaining, not like even before, right? Because I surf like I'm horribly how do you describe this? Terminally online. That's the term. Bro, I've seen this shit, bro. The lady explaining to her poor husband what the book's about. This shit is vile.
on her luck who does what every young woman does when facing financial struggle. She starts an OnlyFans. I'm just kidding. She wouldn't degrade herself like that. She gets a job jerking off monsters.
That's right. Good
Of
morning, Glory
course.
Milking Farm.
I
Ugh.
have been reading Morning Glory Milking Farm since last night, and I'm obsessed.
This was a good time.
Of
It did not
course.
disappoint.
If this book is trash, then I am a fucking raccoon. Give me all of the garbage.
Get your eyeballs on this
What the
because it
fuck?
is so good.
Oh my, you know are some shameless gooners, bro. Stop. And here's the thing, right? I will have an input on this. It's not bad to like all this stuff or maybe like some weird shit here and there, long as it doesn't involve like animals or children. Okay, bro. But come on, if if you into some freak shit, right? Hide your freak flag, please. I've been preaching this even before I started like YouTube. Hide your freak flag, bro. You can't like it's better to be a decent person with like a freaky side than a freaky person who is decent. Like come on. It's too crazy, bro. What the fuck my cat do? Hey. What's up? Well, he's chilling on the bed. Anyway, let's go.
I regret to inform you that there is a new epidemic. An epidemic that many have
Oh,
yet
boy.
to discuss. And that epidemic is female gooners.
Is it really though? Is it really? I don't know. We'll check.
Now, for those of you unaware,
Oh.
gooner is
Oh my
internet
God.
slang for someone addicted to porn. And
Yeah.
smut is slang for dark romance novels, otherwise known as porn.
Yeah.
Many correct about the dangers of porn addiction with men, how it can destroy their lives and their relationships, and most men know the material they consume is weird. That is why they are
yeah.
ashamed of it. That is why they delete their browser history. That is why they
Yeah,
go
yeah, 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 yeah.
incognito mode. But these bitches freaks out
No,
here.
no,
they
the
display
freak-
their smut openly.
Oh! Oh my lord! Look at this section! Okay, hear me out is fucking mad. You know are freaks! Bro, this is horrifying. Oh my god, this is vile!
Bookstores. They proudly pose in front of their
No, bro. The spices, okay. Okay, bro.
smut collections.
Come
They
on now.
discuss their smut openly
Book Rex recommendation when you want to flick. Oh,
on TikTok. They go to smut conventions and
ew, what the fuck? All right, this is cringe, bro. Holy shit! Like if you hear like this sound, I kind of sometimes like ball up my fist and just kind of like bang it on my head because like I like that's my one way to like kind of cope when I'm cringing really fucking hard, and right now I am. But we're not even 3 minutes into the video yet, dude.
get choked out by 9-foot tall shirtless Wendigos. Now, I know what you are thinking. Shoe, isn't this the pot calling the kettle degenerate? Yes. Yes, it is.
Okay.
But have you considered it takes one to truly know one? You see, women are
Fine.
strange,
Fine.
fascinating creatures. For centuries, men have tried to figure us out. Our mood is affected by the tides and the moon. We bleed for 5 days and don't die. By painting my face, I can instantly shapeshift from a 4 to a 6. We are truly mysterious, magical creatures. But one of the most mysterious aspects of women to men is our sexuality. You see, us women are not like those disgusting moids. No, we are sophisticated. We are evolved. We don't watch videos of strangers slapping their sweaty bodies together. No, we read about strangers slapping their sweaty bodies together. It's different, okay? You don't understand. It's okay when we do it. So, let's talk about it. Let's talk about the rapidly growing popularity of dark romance on TikTok and the recent
Alright, I'm
dark
down.
romance convention that ended in disaster.
Oh my god.
Let's take a break.
Is this the one where like the bro nah? Is this the one where literally there were like male? I heard there were like apparently male models, right? I think yeah, I think it was some male models. Presumably, right? I don't like I've only seen it once, right? Recently, about maybe a week ago or two. I was watching Smug Alana. Shout outs to her. But I think they got. I think it was on her, right? Or either that or it's. I think it's Scoo0nHead TV. I think that's where I saw it from. Again, these are just assumptions, right? I'm basing off of like fractured memory over here because this is from like a week or two ago. But like, didn't the male models like literally get like sexually assaulted, bro? Like they got groped and shit. Mind you, these are dudes. Some of the authors were literally getting cornered by the ladies. Bro, it's horrifying out here, man. Fuck.
Break from all this depressing political news and talk about something
It's slop
silly.
time.
Not
It's
that
slop
those
time,
political
baby.
things aren't important. Trust me, they are. You should
Oh,
be
yeah,
keeping
for
up with
sure.
politics and the news when you can. I know it can be difficult to do,
Mm-hmm.
but fear not. I have an app for that.
Oh my
So
god.
before we get into this video, let's quickly give a shout out to our sponsor,
To
Ground
honor her, let's just watch this shit,
Ground
bro.
News is a website and an app that gives readers
Heard of
an
this
easy
stuff.
way
It's
to
really good.
read news from all across the political spectrum, from left, right, and center. Every story comes with a quick visual breakdown of political bias that helps you understand the full story and makes sure you're getting both sides.
Wait, before we continue this, I'm gonna cut off the audio for me so the ad can play, but I'm finna turn on my fan real quick. I usually have my fan off when I'm recording shit.
One of my favorite features on Ground News is the blind spot feature, which shows you news stories that have been covered by one side of the political aisle and ignored by the other. For example, here's a story about how Gavin Newsom is signing a bill to give 800,000 Uber and Lyft drivers in California the right to unionize. Pretty cool. Rare Newsom W. 12 news sources covered this, 7 were left-wing and 0 were right-wing, because the right is covering a far more important topic. Harvard hires drag performer Lahore Vagistan as a visiting
What the
professor.
fuck?
21 news sources covered this, 20 were right-wing, 1 was
This isn't important, bro. Okay, whatever.
left-wing. A country divided, truly. Ground News also makes it very easy to compare headlines so you can see how political bias completely reframes a story. For example, talking about how Trump has been posting a bunch of those sombrero memes, and the New York Post says, White House official behind Trump's hilarious meme war on Dems revealed. And then a left-wing outlet covers the same story like, as the shutdown continues, a checked-out Trump posts childish memes. wildly different vibes going on here. I have been using Ground News since 2021. It is one of my favorite apps. Like, it is my go-to. Like, when I wake up, I like check Twitter and then I check Ground News like immediately. But don't just take my word for it. Even the Nobel Peace Center called it an excellent way to stay informed, avoid echo chambers, and expand your worldview. Best of all, I am currently offering 40% off their Vantage plan, which is the plan I use to access all their amazing features. And it's only $5 a month, which is like basically the price of a coffee nowadays. So go to ground.news/shoe or use the QR code here on screen, or use the link in the video description. So thank you to Ground News for sponsoring this video, and thank you, the viewer, for not skipping the ad. Right? So let's get back to the video. Book Talk is a very
Sorry, I ran that back because like I was turning off my electric fan. Let's go.
interesting place, and any book fans out there know how it has absolutely destroyed the hobby of literature and just flooded it with absolute slop. Spicy slop. You see, books on TikTok
What? Bro, my brain like turned off for a bit. Hold on. What did she say?
it with absolute slop. Spicy slop. You see,
Okay.
books on TikTok are not rated by how well they are written or how
No,
good the
no,
characters
no.
are. No, they are
No.
rated by the
No.
spice. And what does spice mean? It means porn.
Yeah.
Spice level is very
essentially.
important to book talkers.
Sure.
How much spice does a book have? What are the spiciest books they have ever read? How spicy is the book they're currently reading? Spice, spice, spice. The spiciest book going viral on Book Talk lately is none other than Morning Glory Milking
Yeah,
Farm by
this-
C.M. Nascosta. Violet is a typical down-on-her-luck millennial, mid-20s, overeducated, and drowning in debt. Oh my god! She's just like me! On the verge of moving
So
into her parents'
relatable,
basement,
bro.
when a lifeline appears in the form of a very unconventional job in the neighboring Cambric Creek. She has no choice but to grab it with both hands. Morning Glory Farm
What? The both hands was not necessary. That's what made it sound so weird.
offers full-time hours, full benefits, and generous pay with no experience needed. There's only one
Again,
catch.
these sound great, but I know what this is, bro.
The clientele is grade A certified prime beef. Oh god, with the manly meaty endowments to okay.
Morning Glory Milking Farm is actually a profound critique of late-stage capitalism and toxic masculinity. In this text, we see that the tingling sensation in her coochie is actually the tingling sensation of a Marxist revolution.
What the fuck? Oh yeah, cause come on, bro, doing too much. Are we serious? Yes, of course. A lady getting absolutely pounded in by Mr. Minotaur over here is a critic. Like, sure, maybe you can look at it that way from how the story goes and how the world building is world built, but come on. No, that's a stretch. What you did there was too much of a stretch. You doing too much. That was come on.
This is every
That's a
fucking
reach,
RedTube
bro.
video to me, dude. This is every Jack Saint video. So I actually read the book myself. and
Dog.
I'm not gonna lie. The 19th Amendment needs to be abolished. So, like I said, the story is basically this
Stop.
millennial named Violet, and she gets a job basically working at Big Pharma in Narnia, where they harvest Minotaur milk to make
Yeah.
Viagra for human males. And I read the whole thing. Probably gonna be put on some kind of watch list. But listen, this is my job, okay?
Yeah,
I'm not out
no,
here like
fair.
selling feet pics or something. What I do is far more dignified and normal. Now, let's take a look at some of these notes I wrote. Let's see. Big dick and balls. At one point, she says the term, and I quote,
Oh god.
the seam of his sack. So I'm reading this.
What the fuck? Sinax, what are these books? Are we serious? Are we? Oh my god, bro.
And the whole time I'm thinking like, okay, he probably has like a human head, right? He probably like looks something like this, like
No,
you know,
no.
just a dude with like horns. Then I see the
No.
official artwork. That's a cow.
I'd say this is on furry timing, but this is dangerously. We're getting into the dangerously feral territory, okay? This is a bit too much.
Bro is a cow. Bro is a straight
Nah, gang is Chewbacca on some
cow.
shit, bro.
In a few parts, they're being intimate, and it will be like, his hooves clip-clopped. My hooves will tear up your sheets. And it's like,
Okay.
I'm sorry, his what? At one point, she describes kissing him. And I swear to God, it
Oh
was
my
more
God.
disgusting than anything else described in this book. She's like describing how big and wide his mouth is and how big and like slimy his tongue is. She's like describing the shit and you're just like, that's a cow. I mean, we are at a solid 5.5 on.
Yeah, what the fuck? Wait. Okay. Lock in. We need to speculate, guys. We need to speculate. Monster Ker Spectrum, the Barbot scale. Why is this an actual thing? Bro, this is mad. Okay. Human. These characters are humans without any extra / supernatural abilities or gifts. Human Pro. These characters usually look like humans but have none. Okay. These humans have a human form and a non-human form. Many also have non-human abilities even in human form. Okay. Humanoid creature. These creatures are not human and do not look like humans but have mainly humanoid features. Non-humanoid. Yeah, we're in that territory. These characters are not human, do not look like humans, and have a few humanoid features. And what the fuck is that? These creatures are not human, do not look like humans, and no humanoid features. Okay. I will say, okay, I've gone into scale 6 before. But no. The thing is just like, bro, the thing with this is that, like, sure, you can like what you like, right? But you see, I'm only online. That's why I can be saying this stuff, right? You know, and without a face as well. But if I say I'm on a scale of 6 here, or not, I'm on a scale of 6. I've been on a scale of 6 here, like a few times, right? Bro, I'm not saying it. I'm not saying it. I'm saying it without a face. So fine, anonymity is fine, but when you're blatantly recording, oh my God, look at this book. They're over there with their face cam. Oh my God, look at this book by this lady getting railed by like this 2-foot cock. I'm like, okay. Why are you so excited about it? Why are you posting this online with your face in it? I don't understand it. Why would you do this? This just makes you seem like I'm all for being, I'm all for doing what you want, right? I'm all for that. That's cool. But when you're blatant about it and it's so much content about it, and then it's just disgusting, man. Like, okay, now you know I've been on a scale of 6 before. I've dug that deep before. But would you have ever known that if I haven't said? That's what I'm saying. It's just so weird. Just stop posting it, man. That's disgusting. On some Gooner shit, bro. But not this. I don't know what this is. What the fuck is that? Like, I don't know what symbol is that. On some tentacle shit. I am not into that shit, bro. That's weird as hell.
On the Barbeau scale here. This is dangerous territory, folks.
On God. I've been there though. Scale 5. It's not hard to reach.
Also, f***ers his ass. She
What? I didn't even know this.
f***ers the cow's ass. By the way, if you want an uncensored version of this video and all my videos,
Patreon. Yeah,
go to Patreon,
yeah.
Become a member. All members get the uncensored version of every video, so you can hear me talking about s***ing and f***ing and f***ing a cow's ass. Is that what you freaks want? Anyway, I like how in this fantasy world, student loans still exist. Like, we can imagine a world with minotaurs and humans in a
Like
relationship,
coexisting,
but we
yeah.
can't imagine a world without student loans. Sad. Oh, and he has one of those
God,
bull
boy.
rings, like the nose ring
Yeah,
theory
yeah,
septum
yeah.
rings. And in this world, that means, like, you're married, but apparently he's divorced. The man is divorced.
Okay.
This is a divorced cow
Of
with
course.
a cow ex-wife. The lore is deep, folks. The funniest part, though, has to be when they go on a date. I need to just read this to you. When the
Really?
bill arrived,
This
she
I haven't heard, I don't think.
attempted to pull a handful of carefully folded bills from her wristlet before he stopped her.
Okay.
No, that's absolutely not happening. Put that away.
Oh my
She'd
God.
not thought about it until the day after their first dinner together, realizing that in mortification that she ought to have attempted to pay her half. What kind of feminist are you? She asked herself. She couldn't remember the last time she'd been out and hadn't paid for her half, including her coffee date with Carson Tinsley. She had come prepared that night, several weeks of her tips smoothed and tucked into her wristlet. But I didn't even offer to pay half the other night and shouldn't have. Violet. If the commanding rumble of his voice hadn't silenced her. The heat of his hand dropping to her
Oh god, this is, dude, like, this is uncomfortable, bro.
knee would've. I don't want you to feel that you don't have any agency here. I might be the one giving all the orders,
Bro.
but you hold all the cards. Your comfort is the only thing that counts right now. And if I overstep, I want you to know you can tell me so. But that's not happening. Don't think I'm unaware we're at different points in our careers. You can say no, you can say you don't want to see me again, you can tell me to stop coming to the farm when you're working. It's dinner, not a down payment of your time. But I'm in a position to comfortably spoil someone. So when you're with me, I'm spoiling you.
Of course, that's the female part. Oh, he's gonna spoil me again. Oh my god,
End
boy.
of story. She was a good feminist, she told herself, and she definitely couldn't be bought. But if he had suggested at that
Whoa. He what? What?
was a good feminist, she told herself, and she definitely couldn't be bought. But if he had suggested at that moment that he would have appreciated a blowjob, she would have fallen face first on his cock with an open mouth without a shred of hesitation. Inside
Come on. Who is reading this, blood? Seriously? Oh my god.
every woman, there are two wolves. Or two bowls. Be strong and
Dude, I can't. Like, this is such a... Like, usually I'm, like, nerding out about stuff, or, hey, I'm doing this, hey, I'm doing that, you know. Or hey, I'm gonna react to this, yeah, this is some fun shit. Bro, we are on freak mode right now. Oh my god, bro. Jarvis, activate freak mode, man. Damn.
independent girl boss and the submissive, doting housewife. And in the
Yeah.
presence of a masculine man, or a farm animal, she will fold like a lawn chair and instantly return to factory settings.
It's dinner, not a down payment for your time. But I'm in a position to comfortably spoil someone, so when you're with me, I'm spoiling you. End of story. I said, okay, I highlighted that paragraph for myself.
Clean up aisle 5.
Ugh. Fuck, bro. Oh my god, that's cringy. Holy shit, man.
That's what
Are we that? Look, like, I'm not a lady, of course. So anything, I'm really careful about what slips out of my mouth because I'm not a sexist at all, right? But goddamn, some of these women are fucking freaks, bro. I had that from oh my god, pay for my date. What the fuck, man?
I thought of it. But what did other people think of it? What are the reviews on this book?
I wanna
This
see.
book has a 4.1 on Amazon
Oh,
with
God, this can't be good.
21,000 ratings and a
Oh,
3.6
my
on
lord.
Goodreads with nearly 60,000 ratings. Let's just read some random ones
Ugh.
here. Hear me out.
I cannot believe she found content on people commenting about this. And it's true, the rating would be a good, kind of comment section since it's a review on how good it is.
Hear me out. A milking good time.
Ugh.
Sweet and creamy. The spice is spicing. I was very leery of starting this because I thought it was just gonna be porn. The plot is pretty good. The plot? Please.
Motherfucker, what plot? Like, she sat on his cock? Like, I don't know how good that plot is, bro. What?
This is like the new, I read Playboy for the articles, like, sure you do. This book could kill a Victorian child. 5
Yes.
stars, I'll never look at a jug of milk the same.
Yeah.
I think I'm lactose intolerant now. So that happened. Our eyes will never see the gates of heaven. 1 star, not a helpful guide. This book failed to teach me how to milk a cow, and now my family has no food for the winter. 1 star, accidentally ordered while on pain medication after an operation. Gave this to my mom as a joke
Yikes.
gift for Christmas. You what? Lissa, after an operation.
No.
Gave this to my mom as a
No, run that back. Wait. Gave this to my mom as a joke gift for Christmas. I had not read it at the time. Should I have done that? I don't know, but my past is my past. Motherfucker, this is on April. My past is my past. It's only been like a few months or 1 month. April, July? Yeah. Are we serious? My past is my fast? Motherfucker, it's been 2 months. Not that big.
joke gift for Christmas. You what? Lissai. Why
months?
can't human males be more like this?
Are we dead ass? Oh my god. Okay. Lock in, right? I'm about to explain something real quick, and it's really helpful for anyone actually suffering out there with this type of bullshit. Listen. You need to make a genuinely clear mental distinction, right? And this is very hard to do, right? But I know it's hard to do, okay? Right? But here's the thing. You need to make a genuinely distinct contrast, right? Mental contrast of seeing what's real and what's fictional. Like, yes, you know, I can say all I want. Oh my god, I want a big Wendigo GF that's like 6'5" and could crush me with her 300-pound curves. Oh, the dream. I'm kidding. But here's the thing. You could see that as fiction, right? And clearly so. But you can't just go like, "Oh, I wish, human women were like this." Motherfucker, no. We can't obviously maybe we can in the future. We'll just be in like a virtual simulation or whatever the fuck, right? Our brains are connected to it or whatever. But until then, man, you can't hope for that technology or whatever. Man, you need a clear contrast in your mind between the freak shit and the real shit. So you don't go talking about some, I wish this and that were like this. Motherfucker's never gonna happen. You wish, it's never gonna happen. You wish my ass, the fuck? So that's what I'm saying. You need a contrast between the two. Otherwise, you will suffer even more. That's on some real shit, bro. Anyway, let's continue. Sorry for the yap, but well, you saw my channel. It said the banner. The banner said yapping. Come on.
All rich and handsome are no longer enough, boys. Now you have to be a 9-foot-tall creature from Greek mythology with a 13-inch dick. I never
Oh,
want to hear
God.
from another person about how they read 100 books in a year if this is the kind of slop they are consuming.
Yes.
Well, Ronald, man detected, this isn't for you. This is for women. So take your ass back to Barely Legal Babysitter 5 or whatever the
Oh my god.
you watch that is so morally superior than this. Let him who is without sin cast the first stone, okay? God bless America. It's great to live in a country where I can casually enjoy cozy erotica about a young woman who milks her way to financial security and true love with a minotaur. This is what freedom looks like, and I intend to fully enjoy it before the Supreme Court takes this right away next. If this is what freedom looks like, I'm really rethinking my stance on freedom, not gonna lie. Maybe we should have less of it. All I know is if Donald
Just a little
Trump
less.
takes the monster porn, we are going to make 2020 look like a picnic, okay?
Motherfucker, that's gonna be real interesting. That's gonna be a real interesting end of 2025 if that happens over there. Oh my god, bro.
Bullcock matters. Oh my god. Edit that out.
Okay,
Editor,
nah, that's
Edit
crazy.
that out. Women are gonna be picking up
No,
Animal
hold on,
Farm
dude.
now, like,
Whoa,
where?
whoa,
Edit that
what'd
out.
you say?
Women are gonna be picking up Animal Farm now, like,
Okay, nah.
where's the horse? Some of you people owe a certain streamer an apology because this book has way too many 5 stars.
Yeah.
Some of you are lying. So after buying this book, Amazon has given me a few Interesting recommendations. Would you like to see them? I accidentally summoned a demon boyfriend. That
Oh my god.
time I got drunk and saved a demon.
Come on.
Gentling the beast. Cupcakes for my orc enemy. Mane of my existence. The gargoyle and the spinster. The widow and the orcs. Hoarded by the dragon. There's something about dragons. Getting it on with gargoyles. Gotten by the gator. Mated to the mountain bear.
Oh my God.
So this is why they chose the bear. The billion.
What the fuck? Alright, okay, bro. The billionaire orc, you're just reaching. At least have some nice world building. If he is a billionaire, he wouldn't be so barbaric with his fucking, like, okay, maybe the tattoos are maybe a sign of luxury, okay, maybe the hairstyle. But a billionaire would, if you, the lady, are wearing that type of clothing, he'd be wearing a suit. Like, come on, this is modern shit, right? And if he's a billionaire, he has to be some sort of civilized. Come on, this is just, bro. I'll say this now, in a nutshell. Most of these smut books are literally just like, they're basically just porn for like, like for the women who like literature. Apparently, women like a lot of like smut, I guess. So, okay.
Billionaire orc. Moth
What the fuck?
manager.
Ugh.
Wolves and whipped cream. The wolf in my tavern. Pounded by produce. Oh, what?
What?
Are these
What
the
are
books
we
the Nazis
doing?
burned?
My husband only reads finance and sci-fi books, and so I think it's about time that I introduce him to some real literature.
Okay, no, stop. You need, halt. Stop right there, criminal scum. Nah, but I'm kidding. If we're talking about some bullshit like, oh, time to introduce him to some real literature, and it's porn, oh my god. Bro, you are oh my god. Like, I usually, in private, right, when I'm not recording, I just genuinely get really pissed off, right? I genuinely get really angry about this shit. It's just it's just indecent. Right? I'm not angry about it because, oh, it's a woman having fun. Whatever, do what the fuck you want. But like, oh my god, the it's so indecent, man. But okay, then again, it's with her partner, so I guess. It's so kind of it's just kind of nonsense, man. What the fuck? Whatever. Okay, continue.
So the first book that I would like to introduce you to is called Morning Glory Milking Farm. And
She introduced him to no, okay. I wouldn't say straight up the most vile one, but it's already a strong start for just a guy that's new to this
it's not
shit.
a normal milking farm like with cows. What it is
Okay,
is
bro.
it's big, bulky minotaurs, and it's a special type of milking.
See, honey, she's his stepsister, and she got stuck in the washing
Literally, bro.
machine again. Women on TikTok are openly, proudly talking
Right.
about the
That's what I'm saying. You will not see a guy, even to other dudes. Like, okay, maybe some, okay, because they're kind of like, oh, the boys GC or whatever, and it's just like pictures of their fucking testicles. But like, listen, no dude or most dudes aren't going to their friend like, hey, dude, check this out. I found some like really good stepsister porn, and I'm like, really, bro? You wouldn't be friends with me if you move in like that. Even if you a lady on some indecent shit, bro. Like, what does it take to be a little decent, man? Come on.
porn they consume and getting mad at people when they make fun of it. I
Yeah.
hereby ban men from reacting to romantasy on TikTok.
Oh my god. Oh no, the freaky shit I like, the freaky niche shit that I like isn't liked by a lot of people. That's why it's niche, and that's why it's online and relatively private. It's like in a small corner of the internet. Why the fuck do you think a majority of people would like this? It's like, I don't know, like, what's something unpopular? Like, I don't know, it's like it's, I would say it's like the deep woken community. Like it's out there and we know about it, but just it's more of a private-ish and a tight-knit community, albeit a little toxic on this type of shit. Oh no, why doesn't everyone that like deep woken? Well, yeah, there's like a bunch of fucking I have never personally played it, but from what I heard, the void walkers there and the amount of people that target you are atrociously high. To the point people are busting their ass and working hard just to get themselves off like bounty lists so they don't get targeted. Like, yeah, no shit, not everyone is finna like that shit. Like, come on, it's on some freak shit. I did that, or in this case, with my comparison on Deep Woken, it's just too hard. It's too crazy out there.
Best-selling romantasy books like A Court of Thorns and Roses and A Fourth Wing contain descriptions of hot sex. I feel like that's
Okay.
common knowledge, if not their primary purposes. But in
Motherfucker, really? Romantasy, fantasy, romance, I guess. Yeah, but like romance doesn't always have to involve. Okay, whatever. I'm not a fucking writer, bro. Whatever.
recent months, book talk has become
Usually when I have a say on something, but I'm not, obviously I'm not like a professional on it or don't have a lot of knowledge, I don't really think I should really speak up that much. But it's just what I think, right?
full of men clutching their pearls while reacting to steamy scenes from these popular female-centered books. Obviously, this is all a massive performance. We live in the age of OnlyFans. The odds are that these men have seen actual porn that defies the laws of physics and God. Over 90% of men between the ages 16 and 73 watch porn in any random month. There's statistically no way all of these guys are shocked by the sex itself. What they are gawking at is sex from the perspective of female desire, scenes that depict women coming first and frequently. And what they are surprised by is the women they know love these scenes. In one video, a guy declares, "Now I know why women
Oh my god. What? Now I know I. What?
enjoy book clubs
Let
and
him
wine."
finish.
But his astonishment in itself is astonishing. Like, what do you think adult women were into? Not having sex and drinking wine? Grow up.
Motherfucker said grow up. Are we serious? Look at this. Listen. I will say it, right? This is just my input on it, right? Take it with a grain of salt or, just maybe skip like for maybe a minute. Yeah, I'm about to yap. So listen. Oh sure, 90% of men between ages of 16 and 73 sure watch that stuff in any random month. There's statistically no way all of these guys are shocked by the, itself. What they are gawking at is, yeah, from the perspective of female desire. No, we're not. We're not. That's not what this is about. Scenes that depict women coming first and frequently. I don't understand. Coming first and frequently, sure. I don't understand this. Is she talking about like bussin' or like I don't know. And what they are surprised by is that the women that they know love these scenes. Love these scenes. That's not it. We're not shocked that the fact. Oh my God. The opposite species that's been like when we've been here for like 250 million years. Oh my God, we love reproduction, we love sex, we love erotic shit. That's not the surprise. It can't be the surprise. Maybe for some dudes, sure. But the main surprise is the fact that you guys are so open about this. Like, yes, it is known, right? It's known that, yeah, most dudes will watch this type of stuff. But it's not, you don't get Elon Musk talking about, I read this really awesome book about this, lady with massive congaros, fucking huge boobs. Talking about some bullshit like that. He's not going on there on Twitter. You don't see a lot of guys like, sure, maybe you see some. Right? Obviously, I can't ignore the fact that there are genuinely some. But it's not all of it. Most of us aren't out here, and obviously the women as well. Not all of us is how do I nutshell this? Let's just nutshell it. Most dudes, it's known that most dudes will watch some type of stuff, so it's common knowledge. Are they open about it? Not much. Maybe some. Okay, is it known that women watch stuff like this? No, maybe not much, because usually the focus is primarily on dudes. And I'm not talking about the type of content, I'm talking about the people that watch this type of stuff or read this type of stuff, right? But what isn't known is that women are what? How do I put this? Just as freaky, maybe even freakier than dudes, because of how genuinely open they are about this. It's a little jarring, man. Okay, amazing little rant out the way. Let's go.
Imagine a group of men sitting around drinking wine, discussing the porn they watch. That is what you guys are
Right.
essentially doing.
That's what I'm
It's just
saying.
Funny, okay? Like, it's funny. Are we really going to pretend that a story about a young woman getting a job milking mythical creatures to pay off her student debt is not funny?
Yeah,
It's
no,
funny.
that's
If that
hilarious.
makes me a sexist or misogynist,
So be it.
you got me. To act like you are so different and above
On some drunk shit. If my actions make me evil, then that's what I'll be.
of the other Gooners is just, it's silly. I'm sorry, but you are no different than Joe Schmo jorking it
Yeah.
to fat booty Latinas in Space
yeah.
12. You're sitting there all high and mighty, one hand on the book, acting like you're so superior because you can perfectly envision a horse cock spinning 360 degrees in your mind. I'm not
Yeah.
impressed. The scenes these men are reading, to many people, myself included, are insanely sexy, but purely
What? The scenes these men are reading are, to many people, myself included, are insanely sexy. What? The scene these what? Okay.
in terms of the acts being described, they aren't all that lurid. And as many of the
Lurid. What's lurid? I don't know. Somebody put in the comments. Like, I'm recording right
comments on
now.
these videos
Anyway.
point out, there's much wilder stuff out there. For example,
Okay.
these men have clearly not yet discovered nodding.
I'll read that ass. No. 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 Are we serious? Are we serious? Are we serious, bro? These men have clearly not yet discovered nodding. Have you encountered a guy who's a furry? That's immediately a well-known thing. You're not special for knowing that. Okay, let her finish
A
reading
popular
this stuff.
term in romantasy right now that involves werewolves whose penises get so swollen after sex they have to stay inside their partners until the swelling subsides. Oh, honey, that's not a popular trend in romantasy.
I'm saying, boy.
That's just a thing real dogs do. Oh, you just don't
Yeah.
get it. You don't know what nodding is. What are these women reading, bro? What happened to that
Oh,
stupid
God.
fucking corny Hallmark thing, going home for Christmas to your hometown and falling in love with the cute farmer boy? What happened to that?
Right,
We
right.
used to make fun of that. We truly did not know what we had until it was gone. Now
Oh,
women out here
God.
fantasizing about getting their asses clapped by demons and werewolves and goblins and ghouls. I remember when 50
Right.
Shades of Grey came out and people were like, "Oh my god, this is so crazy. Women
It's so
are crazy."
obscene. Oh
50 Shades of Grey
no, it's so lewd, bro. Like,
looks like missionary sex through a bedsheet for the sole purpose of procreation compared to the the average woman on TikTok is reading. At least Christian Grey was a human man and not a fucking dog. You fantasize about dating the
Oh,
quiet,
God.
shy, nerdy girl. You know, she's innocent, she's pure, she's not like those other girls, like going out clubbing and hooking up with random men. No, she's at home, curled up by the fire in a blanket, reading a book. Except that book is about f***ing a half man, half bull. Let me let you in on a little secret. The quiet, nerdy girl is way more of a freak than the average hoe. Are you kidding me? It's not even close. The average hoe might have a body count of like 15 or so, but the quiet, nerdy girl is fantasizing about getting back shots from Cthulhu. That is at least 100 bodies. Now listen, there's nothing inherently wrong with fantasizing, okay?
yeah,
There's nothing
that's what I'm
wrong with
saying.
role play. You know, fiction is fiction,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
You know, you're not actually going to bang your stepsister, right? These women are not actually
No, yeah,
going
that's
to
what I'm saying.
bang
I've
a
been saying
cow.
that.
Or at least I hope not. We all know there's a difference between fantasy and reality. Well,
Yes.
what happens when they try to bring fantasy into
no, this could only go wrong, man.
reality? Well, you get
Oh my gosh, she's about to talk about the convention shit. Oh no, lock in.
Sinners and Stardust.
Oh. Okay, he looks cool. I'll say he looks cool. But good lord. My boy selling his dignity, gang. Nice! That's a cool Pyramid Head cosplay. See, at least some of these are like nice and recognizable, right? I don't know who that was. He's a Wendigo, I guess, from a super tall guy. This one is, I think, yeah, Pyramid Head? Real cool. That's cool.
What in the eyes wide shut is going on
Oh,
here?
God.
Sinners and Stardust was supposed to be a dark romance ball for romantasy authors and fans alike. So what's the big deal? Seems like a fun, sexy time.
Nah, right. Like you like as someone who's never even been to like one party or whatever, it looks like looking from like looking not looking in the shoes of looking from the perspective and in the shoes. There we go. Articulated that nicely. Of someone who might go to this type of stuff, like sure, that's cool. I'd never go there, but okay, I can see why it might be fun. You know, you got drinks, you partnering with other people, maybe with a couple of friends. Hello, my cat going down. Okay, go ahead, bro. Anyway, I'd say it might seem fun, you know, but I would just never go to this type of stuff, man. It's just weird. But yeah, I can see why it'd be fun.
Right? Maybe, if
Yeah.
you're a woman. If you're a man,
Sure, yeah.
the night may have gone a little differently for you. Alright, y'all, it appears I have to make a post that I'm frankly pretty goddamn upset I have to make.
Yeah.
This post is for the readers who don't understand consent and boundaries only. A lot of you may know my good friend Animus. He's
God.
attended a signing of mine in the past and obviously is a musical artist. This past weekend, he attended Sinners and Stardust and probably had one of the most heartbreaking experiences. So listen, he's a man, right? But do we think that
Is he one of the guys who like cosplayed something?
means it's okay to put your hands all over him without consent, or to put your hands in his waistband or down his pants or touch his dick? Hello? Do we think it's okay to quite literally back him into a corner and touch all over him to the point
Yikes! Yikes, dude.
that he literally cannot tell how many hands are on him and whose are whose? Do we think it's okay to send him into an actual panic attack because of this? Furthermore,
Motherfucker, what? Oh my god.
do we think it's okay to interrogate him and insist he detail how he'd kidnap a woman, despite him repeatedly
Okay,
saying
bro.
he wouldn't do that and you know that shit is fiction, and then attempt to follow him when he tries to get away? And if that wasn't enough, during the time of
That
this
wasn't
mob,
enough?
him and another author received notification that an air tag was tracking him, which
Oh my god.
showed on his person all the way to
Dude.
his hotel room. They molested this guy until he passed out from anxiety.
Motherfucker, this is insane. Listen, right? Okay. Lock in, but on a deep manner this time. Alright. I've experienced sexual harassment before. And it's not from ladies, it's from other guys. And I don't fucking like it, right? It's kind of a normalized thing here, but I genuinely do not like it. I think it's happened twice before. Both were very traumatizing experiences for me. You know? And I fucking hated it. I wanted to kill them. I really did. Okay, lockout. Anyway, but for him to have that experience, that's really bad, man. I hope he's okay. Is he okay? I hope he's like surrounded with friends and stuff right now because that's horrifying. I'd never go again, man. Ugh. They gripping up on your waistband and shit. Oh my god. Like if I think he was one of the cosplayers. I think like it's so cringy, bro. Fuck. It's so cringy, man.
And then they put a f***ing tracker on him in order to
Right.
stop.
Tracking him is insane. Dude, my throat hurts, but like I'm letting out so many exclamations and shit. Like, bro, there you go. I even forgot to change my fucking avatar. There you go.
walk him back to his hotel. This poor guy dressed like a character in one of the romantasy books at this romantasy convention full of women. That is like throwing roast beef into a pit of wolves. Or in this case, throwing a wolf into a pit of roast beef. I remember years ago there was this thing called cosplay is not consent. Basically, it was a campaign.
Exactly. Like, here's the thing, they can roleplay the part, how the character acts, they can cosplay as the character and be them visually, but that doesn't mean you can grope up on them and do all this bullshit. Like, come on.
To bring attention to the fact that people at conventions would often come up to women dressed in sexy costumes and just grope and grab them without their consent. Yeah, apparently we have to bring that back because these women did not get the memo. I've been a furry for over a decade and attended a lot of fur cons. Sure, sometimes weird shit happens, but honestly, I can't believe the dark romance crowd is out here acting like—
See, look! A decent... Okay. I will tell you this about... Maybe I should make a video on this. What do you think? And I'll pitch you the video idea real quick. Just tell me what you think, right? I'm thinking of weird qualities and how they translate to positive or negatives. Like, here's the thing. If you're a gay dude, right? Now let me cook. This finna sound homophobic real quick. But it's not, trust me. If you're a gay dude, right, and you generally seem off from like the normal person, by that I mean the straight, which is a majority of people, okay, so you're gay, right? That is a neutral trait that is strange, but it's strange in a way that's not good, nor is it bad at all. You're just gay. That's it, right? Let's say you are a genuinely annoying guy, absolute piece of shit. Your gayness would be a negative trait because it would be associated with you, and maybe because of how annoying you are, you turn other people genuinely homophobic because of what they experienced with you. Here's the other side of the coin. If you are a gay dude, I've had a teacher before. He was a gay guy, and he would he would be talking to the students all friendly and stuff. You know, sometimes he wouldn't even give homework because he knows other subjects are, got a lot of pressure coming in at us. And it's just great. He was great. He was an awesome teacher, and his gayness really made his like happy and cheery attitude pop a lot more. Right? See, and now it's at the positive side because he's positive, right? And that's kind of the same way I see with like furries. Who cares if they're doing this stuff? This guy, he said, I've been a furry for over a decade. That's actually a long time. Wow. And attended a lot of fur cons. Sure, sometimes weird shit happens. Well, honestly, if he, my cat. Wow. Anyway, this guy is decent. See. He said, like, me and my buddies in our fursuits are more respecting of consent and bodily autonomy. Get your shit together, y'all. That's what I've been preaching. Who fucking cares what you are, what you do, or whatever? Like, what you do, sure, I care about that. But whatever you do in your alone time, do it. Whatever the fuck. Right? Like, as long as it doesn't involve anything dangerous or other people that might not be okay with that, cool. Right? But bro, you need. It's just so. Why am I even explaining? Like, these people are not finna. Like, come on. Whatever, bro. Just be decent. It's really not that hard, okay? Continue, bro. Continue.
Like this. Like, me and my buddies in our fursuits are more respecting of consent and bodily autonomy. Get your shit together, y'all. When the furries are calling you out for being freaks, you need to reflect. Something has gone horribly wrong. Not only were the men at this book talk convention assaulted, but women were also assaulted by women. Multiple women, including a performer, reported being assaulted there as well. Even an author there said she was groped and dragged away from her friends and said no matter how many times she said no, quote, my words did nothing. May I remind you, this is a book convention, okay? For books. Literal BDSM clubs are more respectful than
Oh,
this.
God.
There needs to be more studies on how this stuff affects women's brains, because clearly some are unable to tell the difference between fantasy and reality. Ivy Lipton, a doctoral candidate in human sexuality, actually wrote about this for EV Magazine.
Oh, God.
I don't know what a doctoral candidate in human sexuality is, but she's hot, so I trust her. Your brain on orgasms isn't neutral. Dopamine release during climax is a powerful conditioning agent.
Yeah.
What you repeatedly fantasize about becomes necessary for arousal. If your erotic imagination centers around abuse, monstrous violence, and submission to non-human entities, your brain is reprogramming itself to crave just that. It's not empowerment, it's neuroplasticity at its darkest. Scientists, psychologists, and the general public often state that men are visual and women are emotional. When it comes to sex, men can be turned on instantly by a sexual image to spite their mood, and women need to be turned on emotionally to get in the mood. So it stands to reason that porn for men is visual and porn for women is in the mind. I'm not equating porn to smut novels, because one is a video of two people actually having real sex, and the other is, well, just words on paper. I am, however, talking about the effect on the consumer. We know watching porn is bad for the brain. That's been proven and only rejected by Gooners who don't want to give it up. But is
I
reading
got she knows the term Gooners. Okay, she based like that. That's funny.
smut bad? You might say, duh, that's the whole point. Okay, fair enough. So let me rephrase. Is reading smut harmful? Should
that's a
we
good
shame
question.
people for things that are wrong, immoral, or harmful? In my line of work, I've been told many times that shame has no place in sex. But if I use my brain for 2 seconds, it's clear that line of thinking is nonsense. Incest should be shamed, bestiality should be shamed, pedophilia should be shamed.
Yeah.
I'm not equating monster smut with these things, but there are 50 shades of gray, so to speak, along the spectrum of harmful. Conditioning your brain and body to associate pleasure with monsters, slavery, or sexual violence is not healthy. Basically, they're cooked. Like, women are cooked. They are frying their brains with this stuff. It's a pipeline, right? It's like the infamous evil alt-right pipeline. You know, you start watching Shoe0nHead, owning the feminists in 2015, and then in 2025, you're hailing Hitler, right? You know, the alt-right
Oh
pipeline.
my God.
And this one's like, you're reading Morning Glory Milking Farm, and the next thing you know, you're Mrs. Hands, right? Just say no.
the fuck?
Just say no to monster porn. But why is monster smut so popular with women in
That is a good
particular? Like, you
question.
rarely see the opposite, and when you do, it's just like a girl with cat ears and fangs, or like a 10-foot-tall dummy-mommy vampire with giant titties. Meanwhile, women are like, I want to the pollution monster from Fern Gully.
What the
So people on Reddit
Okay.
asked this very question.
That
Let's
is a good
see
question.
the responses. Why do you guys like monster romances?
Yeah.
Asking for a friend. Several reasons. One, human men are quite often terrible. Romance books
What? Alright. Already a bright red flag here. Human men are quite often terrible. Dude. On femcel timing you are. God damn, lady.
with human men are already partly fantasy, but monsters just takes the fantasy bit further. Two, it's sort of human nature to imagine relationships with paranormal beings.
No. Okay, relationships in terms of like maybe, you know, worship, like let's say, you know, with God or whatever, with other deities and stuff, sure. But a romantic one? No. What the fuck? But there's been stories like throughout time. But it's not human nature. No, it isn't.
And creatures.
This is
We've
full
been doing
of lies,
it in literature
man.
and art for centuries. It's just gotten a lot more graphic now, lol.
Okay.
3, unique body forms / parts and so many different kinds of dicks. Scary, mean, terrifying creature is sweet to her, kind, takes care of her, protects her, works hard to be gentle, etc. Maximal escapism, minimal association to real life assholes, the patriarchy, misogyny, and
See, it's just. Of course, these are the type of women that be reading this stuff. Come
oppression
on.
of women, etc., etc. Because the monsters are less dangerous than dating actual men. As a fat woman of color,
Oh
modern,
my god. I don't even need to hear what you said, bro.
contemporary, and even fantasy romances are hard to click to because they are almost always about thin white women and just too realistic. And romance in real life is not always attainable for fat women / women of color. In monster alien romance, though, my size doesn't matter, and it's easier to get into that headspace and enjoy it. I'm sick of the men on Earth and looking for some variety. Non-humans haven't betrayed and hurt me, so they feel like a safe haven, if that makes sense. Plus the unusual dick. Monsters have big, fun-shaped cocks. I love some bizarre peen. Unique genitalia. I don't know what I was expecting, honestly. A lot of women's smut, especially monster smut, is about submission, domination, forced breeding, non-consensual consent. The women are like conquered and taken and overpowered by these monsters. And I think many of these women are reading these books containing monsters and not men because masculinity and dominance in men has been completely demonized in modern society. But the truth is, many women still crave it. You see, the monsters in these stories have those...
Yeah, they have those qualities amplified by a lot. Look at a werewolf. What grows a lot in men? Hair. Okay, super hairy werewolf. Okay, fangs. Really shows primality. Primality? Is that even a word? I don't know. It's very primal, right? And then, you know, they're super big and then they're scary. You know, they have the chance to hurt you. Just like a real dude, right? You know, I would be generally compared to women biologically, right? But like, it's just upscaled, you know? And it's just not human. And that's it. That's still masculine. That's still a guy.
Those like dominant masculine traits that women like so much, but they're not human men. They have all these traits women desire without the problematic baggage human men bring, without being the men they hate or have been told to hate. It is the perfect guilt-free slop. But they don't just want a wild dominant man. They want to tame a wild dominant man. Similar to when a man sees an art hoe with a nose ring, you can save her from her daddy issues. You can do it. It definitely won't backfire and ruin your life. Go for it. Go talk to her. With many women, there's this desire for like danger and aggression, but also the desire to tame that danger and aggression. The desire to be that special woman who can melt his heart. You see, my dragon boyfriend could rip me to shreds and kill me instantly, but he won't because he's nice and he loves me. But honestly, at the end of the day, just like the video I made about the anime girl in a wheelchair, where men were saying, this is the average male fantasy, and a bunch of women were like, you want to rape a disabled girl? When in reality, it was just a distilled manifestation of the average male fantasy, which is to protect and provide for a sweet woman and save her. This is like basically the flip of that, right? This is just the distilled manifestation of the female fantasy. Men are seeing this and they're saying, what do you mean you want to milk a minotaur? When in reality, it's just to have a big, strong protector and provider swoop you up and save you. And like I said in that video,
even in that paragraph where like, oh, the guy's being all violent. No. I will pay for the date. It's just like, okay, bro. Whatever. Are we really reading about paying for the date in a fucking smut book? Really? Really? Come on now.
They're basically both the same fantasy. This is a tale as old as time, the princess being saved from the dragon by a knight in shining armor, whether the dragon be a wheelchair or student loans, you know? But in this case, the woman is being f***ed by the dragon, and the knight sits in the corner and watches or something, I don't know. Maybe it's not that deep. There are some hungers better starved than fed. And maybe as women, for the sake of society, we have to starve our hunger for minotaur p***ness. Yeah, that's the
oh god, it's awful, bro.
That's the moral of this video. So what do you guys think? What is your theory? Why is the monster romance genre so popular with women in particular? And who is your weirdest hear me out? Be honest. I don't want to hear no Lola Bunny, okay? You all know mine already.
What the fuck?
It's not that he's a fish, okay? He has an energy, okay? He has a vibe. You know what, never mind. And I will see you guys again really soon with a new video. Bye!
Okay, wait. My wildest hear me out. What would that be? What would that be? Okay, I'll give you a tame one. Enough to comprehend, right? Enough to get it. Petra from Brawlhalla. Bro. You might call me wild, but come on now. I like me my tomboys, okay? Okay. That was an amazing video. Holy shit. Already racking up some nice views here, 700k. Great stuff. Oh my god, this was very, very fun to record. Super fun to record. But here's the thing, I don't know why. I mean, I've heard like Jordan Peterson comment on this stuff before, like, oh, we looked at the statistics and the best selling stuff is like, you have werewolves, you have some vampire books about, stuff like that. And I've even talked to like an ex friend before, right? Uh, she was majoring in psychology, I think. Um, and I've inquired to her right before. I'm like, I wonder why that happens. That stuff. This was like maybe a year or two ago, but like, she was like, oh, what's this on my arm? Okay, and it's like it's kind of the same with like bad boy philosophy, where it's like, oh, he's mean to like he's a shitty guy to everyone, but oh, not me. He's super nice to me. He'll give me attention. Like, okay, and then it's like, and since it's a bad guy and sometimes he won't give a fuck about you, they apparently the chasing of the guy is very thrilling. Like, I'll say this, right? I am generally a guy who will not hide my like silly side or my goofy side, or like I won't pretend like I kind of used to back then, or being silent, being cool, whatever. Like, obviously, that part of me is still real, but it's a mere fraction of what I actually am. So I just never got it. That's why it's the same shit with like the nonchalant bullshit. Oh my god, he's nonchalant, this and that. Wow, cool, bro. You don't feel any emotions and you ruin relationships. Great, so hot, bro. Like, it's just weird to me. But I suppose I understand. I mean, like, I understand it in a way where I can comprehend it, not in a way where I know how it feels, you know? So, I just don't. I can comprehend it though. Like, I get it in that aspect, right? But I just don't get it, right? I comprehend it, but I don't get it. Anyway, whew, amazing video, great rants that I did. I think I give myself a pat on the back for that. Um, Holy shit. I'll probably take maybe an hour or two to edit this whole thing. Jesus. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Holy shit. What a new video. Amazing, but also very, very freaky. Jesus Christ. Um, Good lord, that was some vile shit. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. This has been Ephemeros. Peace out.